Let us get to your stock picks for today. Grant, what are you picking?
So I'm going with Afrimat. Last year's numbers, about 70% of their earnings derived from the iron ore operations. And I think what you find here is that as commodities are bottoming and recovering, Afrimat's being overlooked as a good access point into the sort of broader commodity play. Yes, they've got a lot of iron ore exposure, but they also have phosphates and a number of other things. And so they'll benefit as mining activity picks up, as commodities pick up, which I think we're seeing the start of as China. The numbers out of China are starting to improve sequentially in the last few months. And so you add to that, plus, if you look at Raubex, you are seeing a pickup in the infrastructure and construction activity, something that they'll also potentially benefit from, plus the optionality in Lafarge, the cement business that they bought. So I think I like it. I think there's an opportunity there, and that's my pick of the day.
All right. On your side, JP?
I'm picking Prosus. So the one result we didn't speak about today, which came out today, is Tencent. A strong quarterly result from Tencent. Obviously, that's good for Naspers and Prosus. And if you look at the last year, Naspers has outperformed Prosus. Mostly the first 6 months of the last year, not the last 6 months. The performance has been very similar. But there's a few things I like about Prosus slightly more. The one is this gap between the Prosus and the Naspers movement in the share prices. There's going to be potentially a scrapping of the tax in the Netherlands for the buying back of shares of companies in the Netherlands. That'd be good for Prosus. And then there was another announcement today of Delivery Hero selling their Taiwan food delivery business to Uber Eats. And that really fixes the Delivery Hero balance sheet. And Delivery Hero's stock price was up over 20% on the day. And Prosus has got a significant stake, roughly a third of Delivery Hero, plus a bunch of other food delivery businesses and some other e-commerce businesses. Plus you have the share buyback continuing, accreting some value on a per share basis. And it's trading at a significant discount to the sum of the parts. So what's not to like? So Prosus and Naspers are still two of our biggest positions, still like it. And with the Chinese e-commerce sector seeing a bit of a turnaround in terms of sentiment and a growth still in underlying earnings of the likes of Tencent, I think Prosus, after treading water for a while, looks decent at the current price.
All right. Gents, I think we have about 30 seconds. There's a quick question. Any one of you can take it. Does the panel like any listed alternative managers like Apollo or KKR or Brookfield? Anyone want to take it?
I'll say quickly, Apollo and KKR look okay to me. I'm not a fan of Brookfield. They've got a few different companies listed also in Canada. We spoke about Canada earlier. But they've got a colorful history, and sometimes there's a lot of financial engineering that goes on. So of those three, I'd rather go for Apollo and KKR.
All right.
Yeah, I like KKR as well.
All right. Thanks, gents. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
That is all for tonight's Stock Watch. Thanks to our guest, Pierre Verster from Protea Capital Management and Grant Nader from Benguela Global Fund Managers. Up next, The Close. Stay tuned.